My friend's little sister ate too much dough and turned into a dough monster. It's like shot on video somewhere. I don't think it's very good, but Walk Like an Egyptian was the song. Hi, I'm Sofia Coppola, and these are my film firsts. The first film I remember is Bugsy Malone, which I loved. I remember seeing Bugsy Malone as a little kid in the 70s, and it was Jodie Foster and Scott Baio, and they were all kid cast playing 30s gangsters in little cars, and they were all dressed up like grown-ups in the 30s. I thought it was so cool to see all these little kids playing grown-ups in a 30s gangster movie. Oh, I probably saw a lot of films that I shouldn't have seen because my dad was always watching movies. What was it called? It was some like weird German Hitler movie that probably wasn't for kids. I was on the set of Apocolypse Now as like a 5-year-old, so I was seeing like bloody bodies and stuff, so probably I probably saw that a lot as a little kid. Martin Scorsese, his first short film is called The Big Shave. My brother had a print of it and we used to watch it, and he, well, you can just look it up. It's there's a lot of blood. I don't remember the first day, but my first film set was Apocolypse Now when I was 4 or 5. That's my earliest memory of a film set, and in the jungles of the Philippines. It was fun and exciting, and we were in the jungle with all these people and smoke, and yeah, it just felt like an adventure. I made a movie called Domain when I was probably like around 15, and it was like a short horror film where my friend's little sister ate too much dough and turned into a dough monster. It's like shot on video somewhere. I don't think it's very good, but Walk Like an Egyptian was the song. My first screenplay was Virgin Suicides. I adapted the book. I just adapted the first chapter thinking, oh, maybe I'll learn how to adapt a book into a screenplay, and I wasn't really intending on writing a whole script, but I got so into it that I kept working on it, and I never was intending to make that movie. It was just like an exercise to try to learn how to adapt a book into a screenplay, and then it led me to make my first film. Yeah, when I read Priscilla's memoir, Elvis and Me, I was really surprised with what she wrote about, and I had no idea that she was in high school when she was living at Graceland. I was really surprised by how relatable it was. You could really feel like you're there with her, and the fact that she goes through all these same first things that everybody goes through, her first kiss and becoming a mother, and all these moments that, you know, most girls go through growing up, but in such a unusual setting. I just was surprised at how relatable it was. I remember the first time I met Priscilla, I went to her home and sat with her and asked her about her story and just asked her questions, and she was very kind and very delicate and warm and open, and it was the first time I ever got to meet the subject that I was working on and get to ask questions. You know, it helped so much to be able to ask her questions. And then it was also a responsibility in a way that I never had, where not only did I have to make the film that I wanted to make, but also I wanted to make something that she felt good about and that it represented her story. I cast them separately, and then the first time I ever saw them together was right before shooting in Toronto. We did hair and makeup tests, and it was the first time I saw them together as the characters, and it was really exciting to see them transform, and they looked great together and had a great chemistry. The first day of shooting, when they came out in their costumes, and she has that big hair, it's her graduation scene, and he's in a suit, and they just totally transformed because, you know, Jacob was like in a sweatshirt or something, and then to see him, you know, and we're trying to create these real characters, so it was really exciting to look at so many reference photos and then see them emerge as these characters.